Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is my first video, and this video I will show you how to create a simple 2D movement in Unity. So the first thing we will do is to create a sprite that's gonna be our ground. So just add some color to it, and I will just expand it so it's look like ground, and we will add a collider to it. It's already selected. Just make sure the collider is box collider 2D. If you put the box collider without 2D, it's not going to work. So just edit and save it. Now we will create our player. It's going to be a really nice player. And just put it a little bit like that. We're going to have, again, the box collider, but in this time for the player, we're going to need the rigid body, and it has to be rigid body 2D. This is going to give us some physics details like gravity, scale, and mass. So we're gonna need it for the movement. And just remember to freeze the rotation on the Z. Just save it, and that's also our script here. Player, and we open the script. Now the first thing we need to do is to have a reference to the rigid body. So we add the rigid body to the here, and it's going to be just RB. And on the start, we're gonna reference to that, the rigid body, get component, rigid body 2D. Okay, now we will grab the rigid body 2D that it's inside the player. And then we will create a public float that's gonna be so we can manage the speed. And here in the update method, okay, sorry. And we also gonna have a reference to the movement. So when we press the S or F or the arrows, it's gonna be moving, right? So we have to float move on X. This is okay to be private, or just type float and it's gonna work. And here we just do it a little bit. Okay, here we're gonna have the reference to the, we will add the value, sorry. Get input, get axis on the horizontal. So with this, every time we press the S, the A and D, sorry, and the arrows, it's gonna be giving values to the move X. It's gonna be maybe -1 if we press the A, or 1 if you press the D. The same applies for the left and right arrows, right? And we will add the rigid body velocity, so it's going to be equal to new vector 2, and then here we multiply the move X for the speed. And the second parameter is float on X. It's the movement up and down, so we don't want it to move that. So we just leave it like the rigid body velocity dot Y. Save it. Then we will go back to our scene, and the player is going to be updated. Now we have speed here, so we just add a value, maybe 5, and then we play around. And as you can see, now the player is moving left and right as soon as I click on the button. So okay, now let's save it, and let's add the jumping factor to this. So we will add the public float I would like to call it this jump force. And here in the update method, if so, we're gonna use the space, right? So we will see if we press the space, and for that it's gonna be input get key down, and then we put here space, and then we add the rigid body velocity. It's gonna be equal to, sorry, it's new vector 2 to save it. So again, here just we'll have to here the jump force. We can add 5, for example. Then we play it. Now every time we press the space button, the space key, it's gonna be jumping. This looks like a kind of like a weird jump, right? For making like a little bit more real, we can add the gravity scale maybe to 5. And then we put here jump force 15. Now it's gonna be jumping like more, more, I don't know, softy and fast. And now you have your simple unity movement in 2D. So thanks for watching the video, guys, and have a good day.